Hello, everyone. So if you haven't seen it already, a Reddit user and a Twitch streamer named Trace, I think is how it's pronounced, made this really amazing crystal ball spreadsheet where anyone can go in and enter their crystal ball info, and it puts them all in a leaderboard based on how things are currently going. Of course, stuff is always changing, but I think it's a super fun thing and really good for the community. Link in the description to that. Get over there, put your crystal balls in, and tell me how you're doing so far. So this left column shows how many points you have. If right now it's giving people 100 points if they picked Gen G to win the whole thing because Gen G is in the lead. I think that's a little bit generous to call it for Gen G right now. So this second column, you can sort by that. This is how many points you have, not counting who you pick to win the whole thing. If we do it this way, then we can find me here. Sizable Brain YouTube. Like, I'm tied for 26th place out of 300 people. So not doing so bad, especially considering I assume that this list is mostly very good people who care about this stuff a lot. Now, lots of stuff can change, either getting more points or getting fewer points. 0 reverse sweeps. Of course, we can't have any of those until the quarterfinals. Match length, very easy that we'll see a game over 50 minutes. Pentakills, none of those have shown up yet, so no one knows how that column's going to go for people. Infernal is pretty far in the lead right now. You can go to this tab that says event and see that there are 66 Infernal Drake. They've got a good lead on the number 2, but it's still possible that some other Drake could come up and take the top spot. We see Baron Steals. Those haven't come in very much yet. Most rolls Poppy. Poppy and Smolder both have 3 rolls each. They're probably free points if you picked either of those. Most picked, we can go over to this champion tab and see that the most picked are Rel, Jin, and Yone. Rel has a good lead over this, but we can see that Jin, Yone, Gnar, Leona, Rumble, Sejuani, those could all take each other out. So expect to see a lot of excitement in that column. Most bans, let's head over to the champion tab. We see that there's just a small lead for Aurora, Ziggs, Skarner, Ashe, and Yone. All of that could happen. Even Jax has been picking up bans in the Swiss stage, so Jax could even make a run for the top 3 here. Very exciting column as well. Most deaths. Rel is probably not going to be unseated as the number 1, but we see that number 2 and 3. There's huge contenders for most deaths here. If the meta changes slightly for the rest of the tournament, we could see different top deaths for 2 and 3. Highest win rate, this can also change dramatically. It just takes, 3 or 4 losses for Yone's win rate to be back down to 65%. There are also some possibilities for certain champions to come up. We see that Silas has a 100% win rate on 3 games. If he were to be picked a couple more times, or if Nidalee were to be picked a couple more times and those were wins, they could also make surprise showings. So do not get too attached to this highest win rate. There's plenty of tournament left for this to change. So spoilers if you haven't seen the most recent day of Swiss stage, but Mad Lions was just knocked out of the tournament. So people who are currently getting points for Mirwin having the most champions, that's probably going to go away by the end of the tournament as some other players get more games to play more champions. We see most kills in a game. These numbers are high, but they're not crazy high. It's totally possible that newcomers could come for this in the second half of the tournament. For highest KDA, this is changing all the time. A small number of deaths can really take these top players down, so expect a lot of change in that column. And most first bloods, currently going to some minor region teams, expect that to change as some of these teams that have more staying power will get more chances to get those first bloods. Best wild card could be either Talon or Gam, or they could tie, and then everyone would be happy. Fastest wins, we see that Mad Lions absolutely crushed the second fastest win, so this one is going to be hard to break. It could happen, but I think that one's pretty safe. Most Baron stolen, currently G2 is the only one, but we definitely expect that one to add more teams to that list before the tournament is over. For most champions, it's giving point to these minor regions because they've played more games. Expect these numbers to change as the tournament goes on. It also has this really cool tab called Most Popular Picks, which shows you how many times each thing was picked by the people who use this spreadsheet. So 1 reverse sweep was the most common, 45 minutes. Everyone thought Cassante was going to be the most picked, including me. and we were all trolled because even though he didn't get nerfed, for some reason, no one likes Cassante anymore. So this is a really fun spreadsheet to check out as well. So I just wanted to share this with the community because I thought this was so cool. Clearly a lot of effort went into this. So a huge thank you to Trace and anyone else who's been helping him to make and maintain this. So definitely check it out. Add your name to the leaderboard, support him. Link again in the description. Make sure to subscribe and check out my other videos. I have analysis videos for all 5 days of the Swiss stage. Make sure you watch all of those to get all caught up so that you'll be ready for the rest of Swiss stage that comes in a couple days. And then of course, keep an eye out for that knockout stage pick'em video. I'm doing a ton of research for that one, so you're not going to want to miss it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time.